Hello everyone, welcome back to another recall session. So today I am going to discuss with you about the physiology recall questions of NEET PG 2021. So let us start discussing the questions. So the first question is a 30-year-old man weighing 70 kilogram and had a sodium level of 120 milliequivalent per liter. Calculate the sodium deficit. So they are asking about to calculate the sodium deficit. So sodium deficit is equal to 0.6 into body weight into target plasma sodium concentration minus starting plasma sodium concentration. So this is the formula. So let us put the values in this formula. 0.6 into body weight is 70, that is given in the question. Target plasma concentration is actually 140 and starting plasma concentration is actually 120. Okay, so from this calculation, from this calculation, the sodium deficit becomes 840 milliequivalent. Okay, so the answer here is option number C, 840 milliequivalent. The next question is beta 2 receptor action leading to hyperglycemia or hypoglycemia is mediated by which of the following enzymes? So it is a factual question. Beta 2 receptor action to hyperglycemia or hypoglycemia is mediated by adenylyl cyclase enzyme because catecholamines acts through beta 2 receptors and they use adenylyl cyclase cyclic AMP secondary messenger system to stimulate target tissues. Okay, so the answer here is A, adenylyl cyclase. The next question is a body fluid sample is being studied and has sodium 10 milliequivalent per liter, potassium 140 milliequivalent per liter, chloride 4 milliequivalent per liter. Identify the component from which the sample has been obtained. So in this question, the sodium given is 10 milliequivalent per liter, potassium given is 140 milliequivalent per liter, and chloride given is 4 milliequivalent per liter. So potassium is more than sodium as well as chloride, very high in this question. So this body fluid is actually obtained from intracellular fluid compartment. Okay, because the concentration of potassium in the body fluid is high in the intracellular fluid than extracellular fluid or interstitial fluid or plasma. Okay, so the answer here is B, intracellular fluid. The next question is a middle-aged female patient presented with slowly progressive motor weakness, nuchal rigidity and difficulty in swallowing and carrying out day-to-day activities. A provisional diagnosis of multiple sclerosis is suspected. Which of the following cells are affected in multiple sclerosis? Very simple, straightforward, factual question. Cells affected in multiple sclerosis are oligodendrocytes. The other cells which are affected in multiple sclerosis are Schwann cells. Okay, because in multiple sclerosis there is patchy destruction in the myelin sheath of the central nervous system and axons are demyelinated. This causes loss of conduction or delayed conduction in the demyelinated axons. And oligodendrocytes and Schwann cells are involved in the myelination of the nervous system. So they are affected by multiple sclerosis. Okay, so the answer here is B, oligodendrocytes. The next question is, a child with loose stools for one day and presented to your OPD. On examination, signs of dehydration were present and the child was given ORS. It facilitates glucose absorption through which of the following receptors? So, ORS is given to the child. ORS is actually reabsorbed from the GIT through sodium glucose cotransporter 1. Okay, because it helps in the glucose absorption in the small intestine and renal tubules. And SGLT2, it is helps in the absorption of glucose in the renal tubules only. So the answer here is SGLT1A. Okay, so with this we complete our recall session. So thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one.